So today I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Malik Kareem.
You know how it goes.
Thanks for coming on Boxers Reach, bro.
Anytime.
I had to switch the background for you. It's the first time with the white background. I had to do something
Come
special
on, man.
for someone special.
Appearance.
Do you know what I mean?
You know how it goes.
I met you first time. We went to the same uni together.
Kent.
Kent. Like the
Through
first.
filming, innit? Filming?
Nah, it wasn't even through that. It was through Manju. I remember we was in the room playing FIFA. We was having a little FIFA tournament. Yeah, that was the first day I met you, and then he was talking about, I'm sat Finchley now. I'm a bit of a legend down there. This and that. These times I didn't even know you box or anything. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm quite reserved. I'm thinking, can this guy really fight? Is this guy capping or what?
Everyone talks the talk, innit?
Yeah, you know what I mean. So when you said that, I just left it and I spoke to Film and I said, right, what? Is he actually good? He's like, yeah, you're good. And then from there, I started to follow you, and I realized this guy's the real deal. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I think, trust me, like this guy here, is the next big thing. Trust me. Man. What weight division are you looking to fight in?
Middleweight. When I'm going for titles, I'm gonna go for middleweight.
Mm-hmm.
But my first couple bouts, I'll just be at super middle, couple kilos over middleweight. But I want to go for middleweight, and then maybe like towards the end of my career. Be at like light heavy and retire at light heavy.
Light heavy, yeah.
Middleweight first, yeah.
I respect that. So how did you get into boxing then?
You know, it's not like everybody else. I hear a lot of stories. I was a bad kid. I was I was this, I was that. I wasn't disciplined, bro. Growing up, I was a good kid. I had both my parents in my life. I come from a good home. You know, I always had support from my background, my grandparents, my mum. So my dad used to box. A couple of my uncles used to do martial arts. So when I was about 9 years old, my dad took me to All Stars Boxing Gym. And that's how I kind of started. Me and Yusuf, that's how I met Yusuf.
Yeah.
Me and Yusuf kind of started boxing together. Yusuf started a bit before me. So yeah, my dad took me to the gym, and then since then I just stuck with it.
Like, it's interesting you started off by saying like you didn't have a rough upbringing.
There's a stigma,
and stuff.
Innit?
But like a lot of people associate boxers like not being educationally astute
100%.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like you were at university, you're in the final year just like myself. I study business management. Tell them what you study.
Maths. You know the grind. You know how hard it is, bro.
Maths. Like, I'm studying business management. That's a respectable course. It's quite hard. But you're studying maths. That's not dance with movement. That takes a level of.
And imagine man's doing that. Brain's already tired. Then I got to train. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but education has always been a part of me as an individual. Do you know what I'm saying? People like to box themselves. Oh, I'm an athlete. I'm this. I'm a boxer. But education's always been a big. I enjoy education. It's always. I don't necessarily enjoy school and the school system, but I enjoy education and growing up. You know, education's always been a big part of my life. My mum's got a degree, masters. My dad's got a degree. Both my parents went to university. So, in my family, my grandparents. Yes, both my parents went to university. So my family was kind of like just a normal thing, you know. Rather than, I know there's certain people that are first generation. They're the first to go to university in their family, but it was kind of like a prerequisite because my mum and my dad both went.
Just expected of you.
Exactly.
Likewise.
So I was good at maths. Done my A-levels, St. Augustine's. I done maths, further maths, economics.
Bloody
and then
mate.
Bro, it was hard, bro. And then from there, went to Kent, transferred. Now I'm at Brunel.
Yeah, for boxing, right?
Yeah.
Because
when I went to Kent, my boxing was kind of like the uni was going, and the boxing was kind of going down. So I needed somewhere where I could do both. So I transferred back to Brunel, and then so far so good. I can't complain.
So, as you mentioned before, your mum, like, and we can even see from your social media, that your mum's quite a positive influence in your life, a very, very focused lady, and a positive influence on you. Yeah. So how did she take it when you decided, I actually want to pursue boxing as a career rather than going down the traditional route
of like working?
Yeah.
My mum, she's always been supportive. Shout out my mum. Always been whatever I do in life, she's always there. Always been supporting me. My mum always, when I was boxing, she always just told me, you know, and I feel her advice kind of affected my boxing style. My mum always told me defense. Malik, protect yourself. Slip, slide, dodge, protect yourself. So that was the advice she always gave me. So I just kind of took that.
Yeah, and I can agree with that, because like, when I do see you fight and I've seen you spar a couple of times, like, you're not the kind of guy to waste your shots.
Yeah,
you're
efficient.
very patient.
100.
And you're quite a knockout specialist.
Yeah.
As we'll talk about further on in the interview. So obviously, you know that with your degree, maths, that's a very valuable degree, and depending on what career path you take with that degree, you could be earning a very good salary. You could be on a 6-figure salary. So you knowing that, and you're a smart lad, so you understand like the risks that are involved in boxing. Why not go down the traditional route? That's just so much more like guaranteed than boxing. You could even die in the ring.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Is that real? I think 6 boxers died last year. You know,
wow.
6 professional boxers died. I feel in life you just have to follow your passion, man. Whatever that may be, whether it's education, boxing, football, you always got to do. There's certain things that you'll do in life that will give you a certain feeling. You can't really explain it. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's boxing for me. People always try to, what's the word? Cast out that difference between, why didn't you just... So, for example, I got people, like my teachers always used to say, why are you boxing? You're so smart. Why would you want to box?
Yeah, that sounds like my mum to
be fair. And then I got my boxing people that say, why are you at uni? You're so good at boxing. So it's like living in 2 different worlds where you can say to a certain extent, the boxing people don't really respect the university type of, career. And the university people, from the educational and the academics, they don't really respect boxing, because it's like, you can make, if you're lucky, the same amount of money, going into the banking industry and all these things, and you don't have to take one punch. So my teacher's always like, why are you boxing? Just do, be a banker. But I'm not someone that's money motivated. I'm not money orientated. I could easily go work in banking and be earning 6 figures, but those hours are crazy what people are working, and it's quality of life as well.
Exactly. Yeah, you can go into depression, man.
Exactly. So I just feel education was always something I enjoyed. I wanted to take it as far as I could. I'm still trying to do it now. I'm in my last year, not finished yet. But I feel education and boxing is both a part of me. And people just have to accept me for who I am. And accepting me is accepting both those parts of me as a person.
You got to respect that, yeah.
Come on, man.
So what would you say that boxing's taught you that I'd say education hasn't? Because that you've spent an equal amount of time in both kind of settings.
Yeah. What has boxing taught me that education hasn't? I feel like boxing has taught me a lot of discipline in terms of, it sounds cliche, people always talk about discipline, but when I say discipline, I mean discipline in the sense of being disciplined with your craft and putting in the hours. I always used to, when I was doing my A-levels, my mum always used to say to me, if you ever put in the amount of hours that you put into your boxing, into your education, and then I thought, raw, the amount of time I box, imagine if I put half of that time into my education. Naturally, because I love boxing, I always tend to put a bit more into boxing. So boxing kind of taught me, the importance of being consistent. Not just training hard once a day, but being consistent with your craft and not necessarily having that, because I know you do a bit of boxing, so you would know that boxing is a thing where it's delayed gratification.
Exactly, yeah.
Before you see the benefits of the training, you got to be doing it for like a year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
When you're on the bag,
before you actually,
you're feeling silly. I remember when I first started, I was even saying to you, like, bro, like, I'm just doing something, but I'm not sure if I'm even doing it right. But you'd be like, just keep on doing it. Just go on the bag. Forget boxing, the pads for now. Just go on the bag and perfect your shots.
Boxing takes ages. I was speaking to someone the other day and they were like, Mayweather's so good. I said, yeah, Mayweather's great. He's a good boxer. Probably the best of our era. You know, I think he's the best. I think he's the best ever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
but that's another conversation.
Of course.
But what I was saying to them is, Mayweather left school at year 9, and he's been boxing. He has dedicated his life to boxing. He never did anything else. Never went to uni.
Yeah. So what do you expect? What do you expect? Yeah, exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So boxing has shown me that when you put in the work, you get your rewards. And it may come later than what you expect, but you know, from your putting in the work, you're gonna get your rewards. That's what boxing has taught me.
So, towards the end of your like amateur career in boxing, you met Coach G. How did that relationship come about? Because just for those that are listening, Coach G is the person I interviewed last, and this is his fighter. Malik.
So I was at uni, and there was a boy. I'm not even gonna mention his name because he's just irrelevant. But there was a guy at Finchley, and we had mutual friends, and he was always kind of just calling me out, type of thing, through our friends. You know what I mean? So he'll tell something to the mutual friend, and he'll come back and tell me, and I'm just like, bro, do you know what? Since you're not respecting me, let's just spar, innit? Forget all the talk. I'm not really a verbal person. I'm not really into talking. Like growing up, you know, we're from Northwest. Like, man, don't really talk, man, just action. So I've gone to him, yo, bro, let's just spar, innit? Forget all the chat. So lined it up. Come to the gym. Sparred. G was there. That was about maybe 3 years ago now. G was there watching. And then he goes to me, why don't you come Finchley? At that time, I wasn't even boxing, you know.
Okay, because you was focused on the
I
uni.
just came down to just prove a point and just tell man, stop mentioning my name. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Stop mentioning my name, bro. Me and you ain't the same. So I came back, I was fat, sparred, did about 3-4 rounds. And then G's like, why don't you come Finchley? I told him, like, I'm not even boxing at the moment, bro. He's like, what? I said, bro, I'm not boxing. I just came to spar this guy, show man what time it is. Stop calling my name. I'm cutting. I don't box. I wasn't into it like that. I was focusing on uni, doing things here and there, but boxing weren't really on my mind.
Yeah.
So that's how I met G. And then I think about a year, 2 years later, when I transferred, I moved house as well. So I moved out the ends. I grew up in Northwest, but I moved to Finchley. I was living by myself.
Yeah.
So when I moved to Finchley, Jesse, you know Jesse?
Yeah.
Jesse Brandon, shout out Jesse. Jesse goes, because Jesse was at Finchley, Jesse goes, why don't you come to this gym? Because I was going IQ, but Finchley was closer.
Yeah, much closer.
So then when I came Finchley, I see G again. He's like, oh, how you been? And I was like, yeah. Like, I just want to train, innit? I don't really want to fight and all these things, but I just want to train. From there, we are where we are today.
Okay.
So, yeah, bit of a long story, but
yeah, interesting.
It was just organic.
It's organic, yeah. I was just about to say that.
You know what I'm trying to say? Not forced. Just things happen, innit?
So you two started to work together and you started to become better and better. Yeah. And the bouts that you did have, you were starting to become quite a knockout specialist.
Yeah.
And how many people did you knock out?
I had about, so amateurs, I had about 11 fights.
Yeah.
I fought, I lost 2.
Yeah.
And I won 9 and I stopped 8.
Stopped 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so because of that, you started to struggle to.
Yeah, because we weren't in England boxing.
Okay.
I think she was in Alliance.
Okay.
And they went a lot of gyms, so trying to get match was an issue. To see my record, KO.
They didn't want to.
But if you got any common sense, you know, you get me? Just lodge that.
So then you guys had to then, if I'm not mistaken, go around to different gyms and spar professionals.
So G thought, do you know what? I ain't getting no work in the Alliance.
Yeah.
Finchley at the time were reluctant to go to England boxing. He said, you know what, we're going to go spar. So sparred a lot of professionals. Just whoever, even good amateurs. It wasn't really about them being professional. It's just about getting top quality work from people that we considered, you know, top level boxers, elite boxers in the country. We would holler them, and if we could get the link.
Could you name some?
There. Yeah, so I sparred one of the first pros that I sparred was Buglioni.
Yeah.
That's when he was active. Shout out Buglioni. He used to call me Don Charles. Shout out Don Charles. It was Don Charles' gym, Punch London. Don Charles got a new gym he's opening up as well. But Don Charles used to call me all the time for sparring. Like every week I was down at Punch London sparring Buglioni. I think he was British. She was British champion at the time.
Yeah.
Sparred Miles Shinkwin. I think he was English champion. But they were the first gym that kind of brought me into sparring pros, and then I sparred Buatsi.
Buatsi, that's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
What was that like? Be honest.
Buatsi's he's a top quality fighter, 100%. 100%. He's everything. When I sparred him, was everything that I expected. Okay. Everything I expected from a top fighter, he was. The way he puts his combinations together, crisp, clean, big guy. He's not. I feel like on TV he looks smaller. In real life, he's tall. He's a tall guy, a big guy, and he was just crisp. Everything I expected, he presented that, and it's good spar, and I appreciate them. It was my mate Dan Aziz that got me to spar Buatsi. But yeah, it was a good experience. But he's crisp, strong, fast, fit, just everything, all rounder. Do you know what I mean? I sparred Buatsi, I sparred Dan Aziz, got the English lightweight belt. I sparred Danny Dignam, sparred Andre Sterling, Willie Hutchinson, Felix Cash, Chris Congo.
What was that like? Because he's another good fighter.
Yeah, Chris Congo's sick.
Who would you say is better out of him and Buatsi?
Different style.
Okay.
I couldn't compare them because Chris Congo's welterweight.
Yeah.
Buatsi's like heavy.
Okay, yeah.
I sparred Richard Riakpo.
Who would you say is the best out of all of them that you sparred?
Skill set.
Yeah.
Skill set wise, the best I sparred skill set wise was Willie Hutchinson.
Okay.
Yeah, his skill set is mad.
Okay.
His skill set is mad. His skill set is crazy.
And you fighting these top level boxers, did you instantly see the difference between this level and amateur? Or was it a wake up call for you to think, I got a long way to go, or I'm on the right path, I need to train harder?
It was a thing of I'm on the right path, because when I sparred, everyone that I sparred, I never really was out of my wits. I always finished the rounds. Never really got stopped in sparring anything. Always, I was always doing well, and they always call me back. That's a good sign when you're getting called back. That means it's good work. So, yeah, it just showed me that, you look at all these guys on TV, and you just realize that you're not far away from them. All you need to do is work. One thing I can say about all of them, they're all consistent. All these boxers are consistent. They train every day. They train hard. They live boxing. So it just showed me that I need to add that consistency into my game to be on their level, and I feel skill set wise, I'm a good boxer and I'm at that level. So it's just about building my experience, because they're more experienced than me, getting my experience and just developing with each fight. So
it's all in timing as well.
You know how it goes, bro.
So whilst you was at Finchley, you also developed quite a good relationship with AJ.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua. You was like his little brother there.
Something like that, you get me?
How did that come about?
I must have come into the gym one day because we was training Finchley. You train in the evenings, yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday evening. But I was just always at home, bored. I didn't really go lectures. Let's be real. Like, just keeping it real. You get me? No cap. So I used to go Finchley in the morning and in the evening. So one day I just came through in the morning, and I just see AJ. And I was just like, what are you saying, bro? He's like, yeah, what are you saying? You're the kid that's knocking everyone out.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, something like that, bro.
I'm
trying to be like you get me? I'm trying to be on your level type of thing. He's like, yeah. I've heard about you. Because I won Boxer of the Year as well.
Yeah.
Won Boxer of the Year.
All them shields, I seen that picture.
Boxer of the Year, Best Newcomer, Best Senior, Best Prospect. I think I won a lot of awards. So I was making up a lot of noise in Finchley. So yeah, and then from then I kept coming in the morning. Just kept chatting, just a cool guy, just a normal person, away from the cameras. Just like how me and you chat, you feel me?
Exactly, yeah.
Just real. Well, he's a real guy, so we just connected and he just showed my love ever since. So shout out AJ and the whole team. Like, there's people behind the scenes with him that help things happen as well. So shout out him and the whole team.
And obviously your relationship with him is a bit deeper. What would you say is some of the best advice that he's given you that you can share with us? like one thing that's really stuck with you. If someone was to say, what's one thing AJ said to you that's just resonated with you?
Yeah.
What would you say it's been?
When I'll say there's it's so many things. I couldn't pinpoint, but one thing that stands out to me is when I was turning pro, he just said to me, just make sure it's what you want, and just know that. Sorry, excuse me.
That's fine.
Just know that after from your amateur, you turn professional. The next door after that is retirement.
Yeah, that's mad still.
That's what he said to me. And I was just sitting there, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, but when I sat down and thought about it, so from your amateur, you turn professional, make your pro debut in your boxing. The next thing is just end of boxing.
Yeah, it's true. I never really
looked
at it.
That's not. I didn't look at it like that. He goes, bro, from after this, there's no going back. After this, you stop boxing. So he's just like, just think it through. Make sure it's what you want. Obviously, I'll help you if that's what you want to do. And and he just said, you just have to just. AJ always, when I was turning pro, he was always on the financial side. He was smart. He's like, make your business account. Create your company. Have your, collect your receipts.
Yeah.
So all these things on the financial side. Because he said this is a business now. This ain't like amateur boxing. This is pro boxing. It's a business. You got your coach to pay. You got your manager to pay. You got all these things to pay. So you got to come out of the boxing. You got to take off your boxing hat and kind of put on your business hat and know, what you're doing. So, yeah. And he just said, just always do what's best for you because you're the one that has to step in the ring.
Yeah.
No one else ain't really stepping in the ring with you. So, yeah, he would give me advice all the time, though. Obviously, he's busy with his career as well, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
So it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a conflict of interest, but you know what I mean? Because he's got his own stuff to focus on. Yeah. He's not retired. He's got his own pressures.
He's trying to give you gems where he can.
Yeah, where he can. Because he's got his own pressures of, he's got the belts, got to defend that.
And his own fighters.
Own fight. Bruv, he's got
his own separate business.
And his own son.
Yeah,
family. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You know how it goes. So it's just like, sometimes I just take what I can and then just run with it,
So he also helped you to helped you with your first fight.
Yeah.
Getting onto a Matchroom boxing show. Unfortunately, that got cancelled.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us a little bit about that? Like why the first fight got cancelled?
My debut was supposed to be December 19th on the Next Gen show, yeah?
Yeah.
Looked cool. So everything was going fine. Didn't have no issues. But like 2 weeks, about 10 days to 2 weeks before the fight, I weren't feeling well. And it weren't no like cold. If it's a cold, man will fight. Yeah. These things, it's not an issue. Man will fight. Injured arm, man will fight. But I just wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
So I went to the doctors about a week before the fight, 10 days before the fight.
Yeah.
Went to the hospital, A&E. They said, oh, you got a flu. You'll be all right. Because at the time, there was like a bug going around.
Yeah.
So they said, yeah, you just got a little cold type of virus. You'll be okay.
Not corona?
Nah, never that. Never
it was
that.
Around, it's just a joke.
So, yeah, they said you got like a virus. So I thought, all right, cool. Like the doctors know what they're talking about. So I was still kind of training a bit, but easing off training because I wasn't feeling well. And then the day of the weigh-in, everything just started getting worse. Like that day was when I knew something was really wrong. So that day I've gone to the hospital again, but I've gone to a different hospital. And I've told them, yo, I'm not feeling well, describe my symptoms. And I've told them I've been to another hospital, they've told me it's a flu.
Yeah.
And then the doctor's gone, nah, this ain't no flu, it was something, people that know, innit, you feel me? But it wasn't a flu, it was something serious. Like I couldn't go into the ring like that.
Yeah.
It was a health risk, I was feeling, it was a serious thing, so.
Obviously that's unfortunate, but everything happens in its own time.
Yeah, it goes, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure your career that's not going to be the be all and end all of your career.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's just disappointing because it was an opportunity that I waited for a long time, and I was it was going to be like a coming out party. I was so happy to at last.
Yeah.
You know, but like you said, it's just everyone's got their time. And I was a firm believer in that before this whole thing even happened. So I wasn't really upset per se. I was just a bit disappointed that I'm just gonna have to wait till a later date. But the show goes on. Just stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. So right now, Tunde Ajayi is your manager.
Yeah.
And
Stamina for sale.
Yeah, Stamina for
sale. Dream it, believe it, become it. You feel me?
Come on, Peacocks.
Yeah,
and Coach G's your coach.
Yeah.
So how did that relationship come about as well with Tunde Ajayi? Coach G brushed up on it quickly last time, but I want to hear from your perspective.
Tunde, I used to go down. Well, before I even went down to Peacocks, I was always a fan of Tunde as a kid.
Character, yeah.
I always used to watch him. I used to watch when he had Junior Saba and they went out to Vegas and was sparring. I used to just watch it, just to kind of take in just the scene, the boxing scene. I'm a big fan of boxing outside of me being a boxer, so just used to watch it. So I always knew about Tunde. And I think when I was even a kid, I think I must have messaged him because I wanted to train with him. But I think he had so many boxers at the time, so it didn't end up happening. So I used to go on Peacock about twice a week. When I'm going Peacock now, lead up to my debut, which didn't happen, but when I'm going Peacock, I used to bump into Tunde, have a little chat. He's just a positive guy. So when I needed time, when it was the time for me to turn pro and I needed a manager, I felt like he was the right guy.
And did you just ask him? Was it just that simple?
G went to go link up with him. G linked up with him and he said, yeah, he's on it, he's down. Yeah, so that's how it kind of happened organically, really.
And how have the other fighters from Peacocks embraced you? Because there's a lot of there's a big stable of fighters down there.
Peacock, firstly and foremost, Stamina for Sale, they're mad positives. They got Anthony Yard, got Bilal Ali, got Derice, got Alex Bishop, got Flashy. Nah, the bar's in Peacock, but it's with another trainer.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I'm Stamina for Sale, innit? So I'm with Tunde. Yeah. But everyone's a family.
Even the Stamina for Sale match is alright as well.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, bro. You see what's happening. Everyone in Peacock is just a good vibe. From Tunde, Martin Bowers, everyone is just Daniel Dubois, Dan Aziz. Everyone's just cool, bro. It's just such a nice environment to be in. Just being around your peers and everyone's just has the same goal.
Is there any talent at that boxing gym?
100% Peacock.
No, we wouldn't know of that. You being there, you've recognised one to watch for the future.
Yeah, there's a kid called. Well, he's not. I don't want to call him a kid, but he's a young G. Called Aloys.
Okay.
That's his name. He goes by the name of Aloys Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's like he won the ABAs.
What weight division?
He's heavyweight.
Okay.
Under 91, not super heavyweight.
Okay.
Under 91, he won the ABAs. He's a beast though. He was sparring. We sparred a couple of times. Show him a few things here and there. Yeah. He's a beast though. Okay. He's only 16. Do you know what I mean?
Only 16.
He's bigger than me, stronger than me. He hit me.
Those ones are scary when, like, for example, you're sparring someone younger than you and they're physically stronger
than me, bro.
In your mind, it's just like, bloody hell, what are you eating?
I'm a strong guy.
Yeah.
People tell me, like, I'm a strong guy. I'm not the biggest, but he's like 91 kilo. He's the party. I think he knocked out everyone coming up to it. I think he went decision once. But apart from that, everyone was just stopping him. He just won the ABAs now. I think it was youth. It was either youth or junior. Youth ABA, so he won it. Yeah, so shout out Aloys.
Okay, shout out Aloys, shout out Peacock's Gym, Stamina for Sale, Dream It, Believe It, Become It, Tunde Ajayi. But off that now, I just want to ask you, do you want to see Wilder versus Fury 3? Do you want to see that? Because I know I don't want to see that.
Cool, so you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it.
I'll tell you why.
Why don't you want to see it?
Because, in my opinion, I feel like Wilder lost in the first fight.
Okay, which was a draw. But let's say he lost because
everyone
says
he
lost.
He got robbed.
Yeah.
And then the second fight now, he smoked Wilder.
Remember, Wilder's got the belt, yeah? So Wilder lost.
Yeah, of course, he's got the belt and stuff.
So Wilder lost the belt to Fury, where he got smacked over.
Okay. So obviously it's the rematch clause and whatnot, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. But the fact that he drew the first one, that should kind of level it out a little bit, in my opinion. But and furthermore, it's like that's just holding back Dylan. Do you know what I mean? Because all of this that's going on,
Dylan's supposed to fight what 2021. That's his mandatory. It's 2021.
2021.
They've got to be in negotiations by 2021.
But my fear of what might happen with Dylan is because I've heard him speak in various interviews, and he was talking about at one stage, like all of this delay in him getting his title shot made him want to quit. Yeah. And cool. So that's understandable. Yeah. But thankfully, he decided to stick with the boxing because he's very good. Yeah. Cool. In the meantime, I respect the fact that he's not waiting around for the title shot. He's still got his own career and he can make his own money. And I respect that he's got the ability to do that because he can bring in the sales. 100. However, he's taking hard fights like Povetkin. And Povetkin is a very respectable fighter. And I'm not saying that Dylan can't beat Povetkin, but it's risky. So what happens now when Povetkin hits him with a lucky left hook that Dylan doesn't see and he knocks him out, and then now Dylan's name's not even in the running for the title belts. Now he's in a worse position to where he was.
Whose fault is that though?
It's the WBC.
Why?
Definitely. Because that really and truly
Dylan's mandatory for 2021. Yeah? And Dylan wants to fight Povetkin.
Okay, that
wait.
Him deciding to choose them fighters. That's on him. I don't know what he's trying to prove.
He wants to fight Povetkin.
Okay, go on.
2021 is what we're in March now. It's about 9 months away, so it's far. But he wants to fight Povetkin, and you said that's a risky fight, which everyone knows that is a risky fight. So, you know, Dillian's a man that, as he's always saying nowadays, maximum violence. You feel me? He's a man that likes those risky fights, and you know, great risk, great reward. But on the flip side of things, you know, if things go like what you said, tits up, that WBC title that he's been waiting for X amount of years is out the window. So I rate that he wants to fight those high caliber fighters like Povetkin, the Oscar Riveses, and all those type of people. What, like you said, it's risky, you know. And when you've been waiting for something for so long, is that the route you want to go down? But you know, you have to respect it. He's bringing that old school type of mentality to back, where it was more about the fighting and less about the money, less about the business.
A lot of people now playing it safe.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But as opposed to when you're talking about Fury Wilder, I want to see that fight number 3 because I just feel like we need those heavyweight trilogies. As a boxing purist, I feel like we need those, you know, like Manny Pacquiao fought Marquez like 4 or 5 times, innit?
Oh gosh.
Canelo fought Golovkin 2 times. Like sometimes you need those trilogies.
I don't mind the twice.
Yeah.
But
first one was a draw.
Yeah.
And a win. So the last one, it's like, you feel me? Yeah, it's like do or die.
So what? You lose that. So what happened? Okay. Gone. So if Wilder wins that now, then Fury's just out of the equation.
But Fury's the greatest, and Fury's the best fighter, and Fury's the best heavyweight ever, and he's the greatest, so he should be able to beat him easy.
No, are you saying that sarcastically?
No, I'm saying that's what everyone's saying now, isn't it?
Okay.
Fury's the greatest, and
so
he's so slick.
Who's your favourite heavyweight then?
Come on, man.
Okay.
Man knows the Don Dada in this thing. Yeah.
Obviously,
man knows the big dog in this thing.
Obviously, AJ he's my favourite heavyweight as well. But is he the best? Do you think he's the best?
What does the best mean? How are you defining the best?
I'm talking.
What are you talking?
Okay, cool.
Are you talking?
I'm talking about
most accomplished. Are you talking skill set? What does the best mean? Best is such a vague thing.
But you know what? You're right. Cool. You're right.
Because if you want to put it like this, if you look at the top 10 of boxing, and you look at the names in the top 10, AJ's beat most of them.
Yeah. Do you know? You're right.
Who has Tyson Fury fought? Tyson Fury's fought Deontay Wilder twice. 1-1 drew 1. And Tyson Fury's fought Klitschko, which he did amazing in. When he scored, he beat Klitschko. But apart from those, Klitschko's retired, and Deontay Wilder. That's what he fought, Deontay Wilder.
That's true, yeah. AJ's
from AJ coming the scene, he's battered, man, left, right, and set, bro. And he's fighting these brothers back to back to back to back. Bro, do you know what it is to fight top 10, even Mayweather? When he was fighting guys, he used to get accused of cherry picking a bit because he'll pick an easy guy, then a hard guy. AJ's fighting these guys back to back. I'm like, yo. Yeah. I even had to tell him in the gym. I said, brother,
calm down.
Fight one little bum from somewhere.
Because even Ruiz, who everyone thought, oh, it's gonna be easy.
And I was out there for the first one.
Yeah.
Remember, man went out to New York. You get me? And it's just when it's all said and done, all that's left when we're all dead and gone, and it's our grandkids, all they're gonna see is the record.
Yeah, you're right.
And when they're comparing AJ's record and Fury's record, it speaks for itself, bro.
To answer your question, what I was going to say...
And now he's fighting Pulev. Yeah. Bro, come on, man.
To answer your question, I was going to say Fury stylistically is a better fighter, but...
Fury stylistically is a better fighter, so that's your opinion?
Yeah, I would say that. Like, natural boxing ability,
Fury's
got it. Fury's got it. That's what I was saying.
100%.
But I mean, like... AJ's my favourite fighter because of him as a person, and I feel like even though he might not be as naturally talented, he's got the basics of boxing down pat to a T, the fundamentals down pat to a T, that like he can be up there with Fury and give him a run for his money. Yeah, I think AJ will beat Fury, I can't lie. Now I think about it, yeah, definitely, because he's more powerful. He can adopt that that kind of style that Fury has if he wants to.
Look at Fury versus Wilder T. It just shows you the unpredictable nature of boxing. Who thought Tyson Fury would have done that? Who thought Tyson Fury would have been able to do that? Everyone talks about Tyson Fury, oh my days.
But even when he knocked him down, those shots weren't even hard, if I'm being honest.
Do you know what it is? It's 10-ounce gloves, bro, and it looks like it's not hard. And, bro, when you're getting licked, them gloves are small. It's not no sparring gloves 60, bro. Trust me, even sometimes when you're blocking, you feel it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But what I was saying is, when everyone says Tyson Fury is a versatile fighter, Tyson Fury isn't a versatile fighter. Tyson Fury is a skilled fighter.
Okay.
What does versatility mean? Versatile person is someone who's able to do everything.
All things,
yeah? Tyson Fury proved his versatility in this last fight. Before this last fight with Wilder, he's never done that.
Yeah. You're right, yeah.
Tyson Fury, when he boxes, he's got skills. Tyson Fury's got skills. Crazy skill. He's the most skilled heavyweight. But he's not versatile. He just proved he can be versatile versus Wilder.
Yeah,
that's why everyone...
AJ Ruiz, second... Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Okay, that's why everyone's like, wow.
Okay.
How can Fury... I did not expect that from Fury. And when Fury did that, I said, salute your boss. Because Fury, when he normally boxes, it's like he's taking the mick. It's like he's having fun to the point where he's forgotten you got to win the fight.
Yeah.
You feel me? But boxing is about, you got to take man out. And I've never seen Fury have that killer instinct. And in this fight, I saw it. You could see it. Fury weren't there to do what he's normally doing.
As soon as the bell rang, he ran in.
Bruv, he's normally on the fainting, this and that. He just came, planted his feet. He's like, bro, let's rock it out, innit? Let's do this thing. And he stopped him. So everyone talking about Tyson Fury is versatile. Let's not mix our words. Tyson Fury is the most skilled when it comes to natural boxing ability, IQ, ring generalship, defense, slickness. He's up there. But in terms of him being versatile, nah. Even AJ proved the versatility against Ruiz number 2. Who thought he was going to do that?
No, yeah, exactly. That's what he should have done from the beginning. I don't think that he had that experience.
The way, as a boxer, and you see it with everyone, every boxer, every great, you see it. As a boxer, sometimes you have to reinvent yourself. You have to reinvent yourself. Mayweather was knocking a lot of people out. In the early stages of his career.
As he got older,
Pretty boy.
Okay.
Then as he got older, money made. He's not really going for the knockout because his hands was mash up. So he's more
jabbing, moving around,
holding, shoulder roll.
Yeah, just doing enough to win.
Points, stealing the fight. And I just feel as boxers, you have to you have to reinvent yourself. Boxing is like a painting that you're always kind of just refining it a bit, like a self-portrait, and you go, nah, man, the eyebrows ain't quite right. fix that up. And you look at it again, nah, man. The hair. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're always trying to approximate greatness. And, you know, with AJ, he was doing a particular thing which you had success with.
Yeah.
Came up short against Ruiz. I got to reinvent myself. Came out, did the polar opposite of what he normally does, and just boxed man for 12 rounds. Tyson Fury. Playing a man, boxing man. Came out this fight, polar opposite of what I normally do. I'm coming forward. And that just shows how great AJ and Fury are. Yeah, and I want to see that fight. And I want that fight to be in London.
Yeah, same. They need to stop doing it abroad.
They're just great. Great. To see Tyson Fury change his style like that in a space of what? When was the first fight? Was it? It's been 6. Tyson Fury versus Wilder #1.
I think December still.
Yeah, December. And then to see him change the whole, you know, it's not easy for someone to change how you naturally box. It's because boxing is all personal. Everyone has their style. So for Tyson Fury to change his own identity as a boxer and do what he's not comfortable doing, and win, crazy. For AJ to do that and fight his own instinct, because he's a fighter and he likes to bang, to kind of go, do you know what? I'm just gonna box, man,
and not get drawn out once throughout the whole fight.
Ruiz, and I seen the time when he licked him
and then he was going to, and he's like, nah,
out,
you know what, just
self-discipline.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Boxing, you got to be able to assess risk.
So I'm not sure if you've answered that question slyly, but in your ideal world, just to finish on, who would you want to see AJ unify his belts against?
In a unification fight, who would I want to see AJ unify against?
So, for example, if, let's say, Fury wins or Wilder wins, who would you want to see winning that fight for him to go against?
Out of Fury and Wilder?
Yeah.
Who would I want to see?
Yeah.
I say Fury because that's an easier fight to make.
Okay.
Wilder's just, I just feel Wilder is a joker. I don't buy, I don't. You can't not rate anyone at that level. So I rate him. Yeah, I rate that he's got there. But I just feel that him and AJ making that fight is just so difficult. And it'll be a thing where they'll be past their primes. Want to see them in their prime. Want to see them now or next year. You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel Fury's up for it. I don't know, just something
Fury's
about Fury.
Definitely up
I just feel like he's on it.
Yeah.
Wilder is all. I feel like he's just, a lot of his boxing is psychological and it's just a facade. He's just based on.
He's just an
bronze
alias.
bomber.
That's his alias.
I'm changing into this.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's just a weirdo.
It's a joke thing. No one ain't got time for that, man. I want to see Fury versus AJ. And unification. AJ unify the belts. Bruv, retire, live a great life.
Nah, but do you know what I want to see as a little plot twist? Let me tell you what I want to see. AJ have all the belts. And Dylan against AJ.
Nah, but man's really smoked him.
Nah, but Dylan. But bro, think about it. Dylan's improved so much 100%. Since then. Do you know what I mean? 100%. So what, don't you think Dylan has what it takes to try and do something?
But you don't have the belts, so you have to prove yourself.
Of course he's got to prove it. But I'm just hoping AJ would give that to the fans.
If I was AJ,
obviously
he's his own man.
Yeah.
If I was in his position, I'd love to fight Fury, knock out Fury, all the belts, say bye to boxing.
Retire this early.
Bye.
Because even with my mum,
what else is there for him to do?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We don't just go in the ring for no reason.
My mum's saying that he should retire now. He's made his money.
Yeah, he beats Fury. I feel like now AJ's boxing is more than money. It's about his legacy and all sorts of things. He wants to be a great. AJ beats Fury and unifies all the belts. What else is there to do?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Fight Dillian, brother, beat you. No, I'm talking from AJ's point of view.
Yeah.
Fight Dillian. I already beat you, bro. Even though it was British level, domestic, I beat you, bro. So AJ will have all the belts. He's beat Povetkin. Beat Ruiz. Beat Dylan. Beat Brazil. Beat Molina.
Parker.
Beat Parker. Beat Martin. Where do you go from there? Unless there's some new Daniel Dubois or whatever, cool, if they're at that level and they get mandatory. But it's like, then you just sit on the throne as the king and you're just like, bro, I've done everything I want in boxing. Then you're retired, and when man start offering you $500 million to come back,
that's when you come back.
Then you come back and fight. for half a B. And now you're the first billionaire in boxing. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a route to take. I never thought of it
all
like that.
Chill out. It's man offering me serious money.
To come back,
$500 million. I want $500 million. If you want me to come back to boxing, give me $500 million. I don't care about anyone else's purse. I want $500 million. Because you know what my name's bringing. AJ don't. Hey, bro, come on, man. AJ's bigger than boxing. He can do after his boxing career is done.
Yeah,
he's gonna be able to. He's still gonna be doing things in the world.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, do you know what it is with AJ? He's got everything in it. He's got the looks. He's got the persona. He's got the speech. You know what I mean? He's the full package. Do you know what I mean? I think Floyd's boxing to a certain level, but AJ's outshone him. Do you know what I mean?
AJ's outshone who?
Floyd.
In what sense?
Like bringing boxing to the level that it is now in the UK especially.
Yeah, in the UK he transcended the game. He brought it to that level. Yeah, 100%. I feel like certain people,
and as well like AJ, like
he's got that star factor and he attracts people to him.
Exactly, but Floyd, he was more on a cocky thing, and I respect that. Everyone has that own persona.
This is the thing about Floyd. This is what people don't understand, and this is why people always like, why is Floyd doing the whole cocky thing? Always got diamonds. He's always posting something on Instagram. Because minus the boxing, Floyd is no one.
True. Yeah.
Take away boxing.
He's not. Yeah.
He's nothing. He is just a boxer. Minus boxing, AJ is still a figure. You still want to know what he's doing.
Yeah, it's true, because they don't really use Floyd on TV.
You don't care about Floyd. You don't care about if he's not boxing.
And you see it as well, because it's like every second he's trying to come out of retirement
to try and be relevant.
Why are you fighting this guy?
Because he's just relevant for boxing.
Yeah.
AJ, even if he stopped boxing, he will still be relevant. Bruv, he'll still be somewhere. He'll still be. He's relevant.
Yeah.
The way Mayweather branded himself, he's only a boxer. So when your career comes to an end, what else is there for you to do? Just be posting all this stuff, and you know, as a boxer, he's one of my favorites. But the lifestyle that he lives, I'm not a fan. But his skill, you can't knock that. He's the best. I think he's the best boxer ever. I don't think that can be debated. You know, he's the best boxer ever.
He is.
Best boxer ever. So,
but yeah, appreciate you coming onto the show.
Anytime, bro.
Got a great future ahead of you. Just keep doing what you're doing. And
there it goes, bro.
Next fight. When's your next fight?
I should be looking to fight in June, July, hopefully. Maybe before then. I'm just staying ready.
Can you share your socials?
June, July. Yeah, Instagram. That's what I really use. MK1_boxing. So that's MK1_boxing. That's what I really use. If you want to get at me. I'm here, man. I'm here.
Cool. All right. Thanks for coming, bro.
Love, bro.